Walls, flat-packed, double-wrapped, jutting, confusion, a momentary illusion. Walls that divide and keep us inside while others do shelter, protect us from all. As the leaves fall, as the storm clouds roll, and the chatter that shouldn't matter builds like an orchestra tuning. A crowd, delusion. And I on the inside do hug my walls, do crane my back against their rough and upright nature, hanging pictures of times that were now but now are later. Walls so elegant and tall. I love my walls. But fear them as parents, as missing descendants, as total dependence. For we are interdependent, and walls shouldn't harm us, but instead disarm us, hold up the roof, shield us from waves. Beyond all of this, cradle the door that leads to the floor where people walk free. Hi. Well, yeah, I understand. Well, I just explained this to your colleague and he transferred me to you. No, I'm not annoyed. I just want to clear this up. Clear this up. This letter from you? Yeah, this letter from you regarding a parking fine. Yeah, that letter. Look, just to bring you up to speed, Sharon, I don't think I need to pay this. Because I haven't used the car parking space and I don't own a car, so... Well, how can there be a charge for something that I haven't done? Because it's a ridiculous amount of money for something that I haven't done. I mean, how can you justify it? But I've never parked a car and I never will. I don't leave the house. No, I said I don't leave the house. Well, that's my business. I thought you were the one that could help me with this. Yeah, put me on hold then. Hello? Hello? I saw your advert and wondered if you could help. My Welsh has never been up to much and this letter is certainly beyond me. I've enclosed a payment which I believe should cover the cost. If you need more, please get in touch. Yours sincerely, Georgette. You're lost to me. We had something once, but now,
Now you're only good for the trash. You idiot. Georgette, mae wedi bod yn 202 flynedd ers I mi dy weld diwethaf. Ond, I mi, mae'n teimlo'n fel ddo. Roeddem yn wallgo fy nôl bryd hynny, ond y doeddem. Byw bob dydd fel yr oedd ein holaf. Hello?
Surprise!
Evan.
That really did not play out the way I thought it would in my head. Have I caught you at a bad time?
No, come in. But it's, shoes off.
Sure, no worries, no worries. Yeah, till next Tuesday. It's 5 days, I think. Yeah, Constantine, Algeria, yeah, got it. Yeah, you'll have them on Wednesday. In your inbox? Yeah, Clive. Clive. Gonna... I have to... See... Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Some place you got here? What happened to Harley Road?
I sold it years ago. Are you sure you don't want any ice cream?
No, I had some meal on the flight, so...
You look different.
Long journey.
No, I mean, your face. Your face looks different.
Well, a lot can happen in 5 years. Not that I need to tell you that. You look the same to me.
Surprised you can remember.
Of course I remember. Always noticed you, and Liam kept this photo of you two and took it around with him.
Dressed up as cowboys in the street fair. Silver commendation from Rhys Allen's dad. I gave the photo to Liam when he left.
Yeah, he kept it in his jacket pocket.
So weird seeing you.
Yeah, well, I've got to see this face every day, you know.
So, hanging around with a hand puppet now.
Don't listen to him, Marku.
Marco.
Well, that's the name of the guy in the market anyway. Marku's for you.
A present.
Thought you'd like him. He can get a bit leery sometimes, fond of a brandy, some less than progressive views, but, you know, he's from that generation, so...
So I have to educate him. This is a present that requires work.
But he can also be quite the raconteur, so I guess we can forgive him.
Never been any good at that.
Yeah, I don't think I ever did say sorry.
What's the point in all that anyway? He was his own man.
Yeah, still I think I should. Sorry, Stef. I mean it. Not the only reason, though. So I shouldn't keep walking down the same roads, you know?
Well, you fucked that up.
Yeah. Like everything else, I fucked that up. I didn't want to keep walking down the same roads, but then I thought... maybe there's one. Maybe there's one that I needed to walk down again.
Summer seem longer when you're younger. Days filled with uncertainty, never fearing consequence. Bodies so light that when they're running they feel like they could take off. Travel across the water, break through into your dreams and carry them through into existence. Never caring what you should be, what you should feel, who you'll become. That's how it's supposed to be, I think.
Not sleep?
No, my body doesn't know what time zone it's in.
I know the feeling.
You on your own?
Not at the moment.
You know what I mean.
I know how to meet people.
Oh, they really are everywhere, you know?
Not in this house.
What do you want to say?
You're a fucking arsehole. Gonzo idiots, the two of you. The total and utter shit you put me through. I felt like a half person in my own... The dregs of the pub back there every night. The free land where anything goes and everything went, didn't it? And you never thought that maybe, just maybe I might have a thought or a feeling about what I wanted my home to feel like.
No, I didn't think.
You didn't care. I was just Liam's little sister with the glasses and the library card shoved up her ass. That's what you thought.
I didn't think that. I don't think that, Stef.
Don't say my name like you have any fucking idea, okay? Any idea what I've been through. 5 years.
I'm sorry.
They all stopped calling. Awkward, bloody girl in her grandparents' house. Such a tragedy of life.
You don't think that.
It's true though, isn't it? No one has time for someone like me.
I know I should have been here. Maybe if I'd have been here, I could have helped.
Where were you?
After I was released, I was in this embassy building, in this ornate room, with grand paintings and gold frames on the wall. Hadn't slept in days. Even though they'd given me this room with fresh linen sheets, some woman came, cut my hair, did my nails. Yeah, I'm in this ornate room. And opposite me there's some government officials, civil servants, asking me these questions about the men. I mean, they were more like boys, really. Asking me what I knew about them. I couldn't tell them anything. Nothing came out of me. I mean, how can I tell you what I've seen? I guess deep down I questioned what would be left when they'd taken that from me as well. So I just took off. Stayed in hostels wherever I could. Started to build something. Some sort of life for myself. If I had anything, back then, if I thought I had anything to give, it would have been yours.
You're so frustrated.
Yeah. But I'm here now. Oh. So what do you need?
I don't know. Cup of tea, maybe?
Black, 7 sugars.
I'll do it.
No, I'm on it.
Evan asked me to tell you he's gone out to do some shopping. Stupid human.
I look in the mirror now, time burned into my face, and see a stranger looking back at me. The same eyes, but a different horizon. But then I close them again, and no matter how hard I try, it's always your face that forms in my mind. As bright as a newborn day.
All right, Stef. Picked up some bits to make tea. So wicked being back. Everything is exactly the same, yet it's completely different. Does that make any sense?
Not really. What are you making?
Malaysian curry. You're gonna go shit bombs for it.
Is that a good thing, or?
I picked it up in Kuala Lumpur. You're gonna love it. You, doing something different with your hair?
Yeah, I'm doing something, you could say.
Yeah, well, I'm a sort of pace, so...
Boy in an apron. Never thought I'd see the day.
I'll give you a shout when it's ready.
Look at him go.
Looking nice.
Thanks.
I have something for you.
What's that?
Liam's journal. He kept it under his mattress when we were, so I was able to get it out. I wanted to bring it back earlier, but I don't know, someone just kept it in my bag. I think he would have wanted you to have it.
Who's that?
That's Olivia. She travelled with us for a while. Her and Liam were close. But when our bus was stopped, she was still back in the hostel, so I don't know what happened to her.
Liked her.
Yeah, he liked her. They were fun. Used to do these weird voices. They laughed a lot. She's from Athens originally, I think. Yeah, we were going to go out and help her uncle in the autumn.
It's nice to think that there was someone that he had that. You didn't think about finding it?
Thought about it. And then thought, you know, what good would it do?
What if she's still holding on?
It's possible, I suppose. What would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
I'd write her a letter and tell her that it's okay. That the past is the past and Liam lived till the end, even in captivity. He chose his own path.
And does that make you feel better?
No, but at least I know.
You alright?
Yeah, this is just so hot to me.
Sorry, I completely forgot I'm a total chili nut. I mean, I'd put it on the hot sauce on the cereal if no one was watching.
They're always looking. Thanks for this.
It's all right.
When me and Liam were locked up, we did this thing. It's so stupid, but...
It's all right.
Well, we pretend to be other people. You know? Just so that, just so that when we be reminded that there were normal people out there with ordinary lives having ordinary concerns, you know? Like going to birthday parties or bills to pay, dogs to walk, things that we take for granted is the fabric beneath the painting, but in reality is all there ever was.
So, who are you?
Oh, you know, I know, it's so stupid.
But you started it.
Right, well,
You know, Bill Barber used to run the Scrappy down near Penarth. Had these massive hands and a line of grease permanently drawn across his forehead. You know what I'm talking about?
No. But he had massive hands, did he?
Been locked up for months and Bill Barber comes to mind for no obvious reason.
So? Do the voice.
no, you do not want to hear that.
Did he have like a really high-pitched voice? Because, you know, that would be weird because we've established the hands.
Okay.
Stop messing around up there. If you fall down and decapitate yourself, I'm going to be so annoyed. I'll put your head in a box and I'll take it round to your mum and dad and they will take a look and they will shame you like you would not believe. There's not a laughing matter, Miss Hero. Stop pissing your life away and find some more meaningful pursuit than messing around in my scrap heap.
Yeah. Or something like that.
Poor Bill. I have sympathy for him and his big hands. I mean, you were really annoying.
That was not that bad. Oh, come on.
Like you don't know.
I sound accused clearly, but it's subjective.
What is it when everyone's subjectivity appears to be the same?
A conspiracy.
Right. I buy a new bike, I go to college, and come back that evening to find it gone. Do you remember this story?
Vaguely.
For the record, I'll refresh your memory. You borrowed it, and then rode it down Hangers Hill before totaling it into a wall.
Yeah, and smashing my face up.
It was my bike.
I replaced it.
2 weeks later, with some second-hand piece of crap. What about Halloween? I thought you'd been murdered, Evan.
It was some sheep's blood and offal. I mean, it was Halloween. Okay, look, I admit it was childish and immature, but well, I was immature. I was a teenager. Like, you weren't interested in having fun, you know, being a kid.
I was fun.
You were witty and charming and charismatic and all the things that make you you, but you never let your guard down. All right, I'm sorry.
No. It's fine. You're right. I didn't let my guard down. I struggled trusting people, meeting people and being met. People feel safer at a distance.
Well, no. Who would you be?
You know Deborah Caudle in The Year Between Us?
Dep the gap.
She had her teeth done.
Yeah, name stick.
You're right. Nye Bevan.
No one called me that.
Not to your face.
Why on earth Deb the Gap?
She just always looked really happy. Which, I mean, you know, it was brave to smile that amount, you know, with the
gap.
She doesn't put up with any shit.
Yeah, I'll have some information on that one.
Oh God. You didn't.
But not when everyone's said, but definitely more than kissing, you know, outside Ramona's.
Hope you were a gentleman.
I was 16.
That is not an excuse.
Come on, I was a teenager, the purple mist descended and I forgot where my brain was.
You've remembered now though, right?
It's like I look back on that kid. He's a completely different person. two different lives with a screwed up intermission.
You don't have to talk about it, you know.
I haven't, talked about it. Whenever I'm out there doing whatever it is that I'm doing, and people ask me about myself, I lie. Well, I mean, I tell them I'm a photographer, which is true. And that I studied it, which is a lie. And that there really isn't anything interesting to say. Because I want to be anonymous. Just a mirror stood against the world, out there alone. Do you mind?
Go ahead. But it's smoking outside.
I miss him, you know. He was a good mate.
I was always pleased you two had each other. Bit jealous, if I'm honest. Kamikaze kids.
You remember that?
What was the song called?
I think what you're referring to is Daytona
Daytona, my love. That was fucking beautiful, that was.
Love is a machine. Don't try and fix it. It runs for the clouds, the moment, the thrill.
Yeah, it didn't really make any sense.
Doesn't have to make sense. It's high art.
All right, so is that how it works? So posing with your shirts off was part of the high art.
I don't think Michelangelo got this level of scrutiny about the David.
On one hand, we have the masterpiece of Renaissance sculpture, the David, and on the other, Daytona, my love, by the Kamikaze Kids, which hinged quite severely on the lyrics. Love is a machine. Don't try and fix it, because it runs for the clouds, the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really fair to compare the two. I mean, Michelangelo was completely outnumbered, outgunned, you could say, by the kids.
The kids?
That's what our hardcore fans called us, yeah.
What, Dave the Frog?
Yeah, and his dog. Sure you don't want to join me?
No. You go ahead.
Oh, man, total idiots. Glad we did it, though.
Liam would have jumped off a bridge for you.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. You're like his brother. Two ends of the same sword.
Which end was I?
I think you know. I found something else.
That's me.
Welcome you to the home of Tanshi the castle of disaster. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the Kamikaze Kids.
Is this what you do?
What do you mean?
Is this how you make a living? Taking portraits?
Not really. Though I suppose in a way I kind of do.
Is the most useless answer.
I take pictures, and quite often the subject of those pictures is a person. Though they're not normally in a staged environment like this, they're usually in a more natural environment. A freelance photojournalist, I suppose. I circle around the edge of trouble in the hopes that I'm going to catch something real.
Is that what I am? Trouble?
No. And this isn't photojournalism.
It could be.
That's not a line I want to cross.
I don't see a line.
Though it's always there.
You're different when you work.
In what way?
In the way that you're different, less consciously in the room.
Makes sense, I suppose.
In what way?
It's like when you're watching a kid playing, when they have no idea you're watching. They act differently. Their body takes on a totally different tonality.
Tonality?
They act differently than if they knew you were watching. So, when I'm out there, I try and disappear. Soak into the wall so no one can see me. Like a ghost. Which sounds way cooler than it actually is. To be honest, it can be quite lonely watching the world.
So why do you do it?
I'm not sure I have a choice. I'm not sure who I'd be without this pursuit. I don't know. I suppose normally I'm the one asking questions.
Disarming your prey.
Hardly.
Go on then. What would you ask?
Talk to me about something that makes you happy.
That's broad.
Well, what were you doing the last time you felt happy?
Reading or writing, probably. Getting lost in an idea. Forgetting myself.
And that makes you happy?
What does that word even mean?
To me, I suppose it means being free or absolved of burden.
So it's the absence of something.
It's more like you're running so fast that nothing can stick to you. Like you're in a sea of hands, and if you stop, they'll grab you by the ankles and pull you down. But if you keep on running...
Never thought of it like that. But I mean, you can't run forever, right? Sooner or later, something or someone is going to stop you.
That could happen.
And when they grab you, where do you go?
I don't know. Do you?
Probably not.
Do you ever think about talking to somebody?
Liam.
Thinking more about your agoraphobia?
I spoke to someone on the phone, obviously. I don't know, it's a problem that I've got used to. Writing helps.
For yourself?
For myself.
Writing for yourself?
Yeah. I suppose.
Do you remember any?
You want to hear something?
If you don't mind. Go on, you've heard my lyrics.
Walls. Flat packed. Double wrapped. Jutting. Confusion. A momentary illusion. Walls that divide and keep us inside while others do shelter and protect us from all. I, on the inside, do hug my walls, do crane my back against their upright nature, hanging pictures of times that were now, but now are later. Walls so elegant and tall. I love my walls. But fear them as parents, as missing descendants, as total dependence. For we are interdependent, and walls shouldn't harm us, but instead disarm us, hold up the roof, shield us from waves, but beyond all of this, cradle the door that leads to the floor where people walk free. Sorry, that's just what came to mind.
No, I mean, wow. That was amazing. Is that how you feel?
In my mind, but there's always this voice on the other side, and that's the one I can't get rid of. Yeah, sorry, you must think I'm crazy.
I don't think you're crazy. You wouldn't know this, but my stepdad, Ted, he was a real bastard. Hard worker, but the kind of guy who took all his pain and misery out on those closest to him. He resented me. Treated me like a burden. And whenever I did anything wrong, he'd beat me around the legs with a belt. I mean, I'll be in North Africa and I'll still be wearing a pair of trousers. You know, that shit hardwires you. And that's fear.
It hasn't stopped you though, has it?
You might not leave your home, but I don't go back to mine. Always in someone else's life, sleeping on someone else's sofa. I'm hiding out there and behind this camera.
Don't look like you're hiding to me.
Neither do you.
Got what you wanted.
The picture?
Is that what you wanted?
No.
Love is a machine. Don't try to fix it, because it runs for the clouds. The moment, it's thrill. Good lyrics, those.
I never did tell you my middle name, did I?
No, I don't think you did.
It's David.
It was nearly 8 miles walk from Pontysil to the peak of Mynydd Llangenaidir. Still, I remember thinking that I had time on my side. You always do, don't you? It was a bright day, but just as I started to make my ascent, this mist rolled in across the valley and wrapped itself around the hills. The breath of the dragon, my mum would say. I could barely see my hands, but... Now, What happened that day replays in my mind, and I wonder how different my life would have been if I just turned back. But of course I didn't, and I lost my way, stepped off the track at some point and walked straight into the dragon's mouth. A limestone cave that had broken through the mountain. My body collided with the rocks as I slid down some 30 feet, snapping my left leg in two. Pain that turned my body translucent, submerged in darkness and barely conscious. My mind drifted. Though I couldn't see your face, I knew you were there.
They're good.
Think so? Just wondering if there's some sort of connection.
What are you thinking?
Well, I've taken these photos over the last 5 years. This camera is the first thing I bought when I had the chance. I've taken them, not really thought about why, or even thought about them in any way, really. Just tried to capture moments that feel real. I don't know, perhaps embodying something. Just what I was thinking about at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I know what you mean. You want to know if you've been looking for something.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Something or someone? I'm gonna make a brew. Would you like one?
I've already had one. Actually, I was gonna go out and get us something for breakfast. Do you want anything?
Five words. First word. The. Second word. Meerkat? A chicken. Okay, fifth word. A cat. Oh, the owl and the pussycat.
It's just different. You know, people are the same, but it's just...
You feel different because you are different. Of course you are.
But that's never going to change, is it? You're never going to stop changing. It'd be bizarre to think you just stop. Even if you're just standing still, you're still aging. There's nothing you can do about it.
But it's not rational though, is it? It's right, like, I spoke to my Aunt Leanne and she said that Meg, my mum, she was the same at my age. She wouldn't leave the house. You know, some people think it's genetic.
What do you want me to do?
Just leave me alone.
I'm just trying to help.
Then just get away from me.
We could just try.
We. It's not your challenge.
No, I'm just saying that I'm here now, so if you wanted someone to hold your hand.
Knight in shining armour, is it?
That's unfair.
What did you expect? What? Turn up for 5 days and rewrite 5 years?
I'm just working with what I've got.
So am I. What, you think I want to stay in here? I'm just doing what I need to do. Just give me some space, all right?
Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm not suggesting anything. Just put the corkscrew down, Stef.
Why are you even here?
Friend, I'm trying to help. Put the corkscrew down and we'll talk.
And how exactly is that going to help?
I know you're afraid. But I can assure you that despite what the world wants to tell you, that there is more good than bad out there, more love than sorrow, more hope than despair. Don't let fear be your cave.
What did you say?
Don't let fear be your cave.
Just get out, okay?
Yeah, I heard you, Stef, but we're not really talking, are we? Because you can't hear a word I'm saying.
Pwrs am mynd â chod ai gyda chi.
Sit down, Stef.
Sydych chi lawr i'r pwrs am ydych chi llais am
Sorry, I wasn't here to help. I'm sorry I wasn't here. This is my voice. I don't understand why you're so afraid.
You want me to walk outside?
Together, it can be just us. You know, we'll pretend that everyone else has disappeared. I'm Bill Barber, and you're Deb Corder with a smile.
You have no idea what it's like.
Or to be locked inside.
No, to be locked inside yourself.
At least I'm doing something about it.
I'm doing something about it. I'm doing what I need to do.
You're not. You're staying here. You have an active choice. You have the choice. At least when I was locked up, I didn't get to choose. I was forced there.
You run away, Evan.
We never stopped thinking about you, no matter where we were.
In the darkness there was a voice. It said, "What isn't known can be known. Why are you afraid? You're afraid because you think this is the end. But I can tell you that it's not. This isn't the end. Climb to the top of the cave and there will be someone waiting. They will carry you home. The pain you feel will go, and in its place there will be flowers."
I've been riding around all day, caught in a bubble, feeling really bad for thinking I have the right to suggest to you that we should... I don't have the answers. Don't even think I know the question. Are you sure?
I'm running to be VP of the Students' Union. Do you know Rydell's College?
I've no call to know such things.
Well, if that's the case, Bill, would you mind showing me to the letterbox?
Well, if you're sure.
Did anyone ever tell you, Bill, that you have really big hands?
Constantly.
Come on.
We go together?
Let's.
Nice day.
Stef would approve.
Stef would approve. You all right?
What was that?
Do you want to go back?
Okay.
Doing really well.
Stef, can you hear me? I'm gonna call an ambulance, okay?
No, I just need you to help me up. I just need you to lift me up.
Stay with
Climb to the top of the cave and there will be someone waiting. They will carry you home. The pain you feel will go.
There you go.
Thanks.
It's all right. Wasn't doing much. Hey.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done it. I don't know what I I was doing.
It's just one of those things.
Haven't you got a flight?
In theory, yeah, this evening, but I don't know.
What is it?
Magazine shoot in Algeria, about a detention centre. Quite good money. But I think I've got other priorities.
You could always come back.
Could. But one thing leads to another, and another, and another, and before you know it, 5 years has been eaten up, and all you've got to show for it is a pair of old shoes with the soles worn out.
Oh, I mean, and photographs.
And photographs. Yeah. I've got something to show you.
What's this?
I recorded you performing your poem. Look how many hits and comments it's got.
Why would you do that?
Because I've seen what you can do, and I think you're incredible. And in my eyes, you're incredible, and I'm not alone.
No, but you didn't ask me.
Because I thought you'd say no, and I mean, we've only got one today, haven't we?
No, wait, you don't know that, mate. Maybe I would have said yes, but this is such a violation.
I'm not violating you.
I mean, you pretended to care about me, and then you did this behind my back.
I did this because I care.
And you've taken something that was mine, and you've broken it.
I haven't broken it, it's come alive.
You've broken it, and you've replaced it with something that's second-hand. It was mine, and you've taken it just like you did with the bike, and just like you did with Liam. Who the fuck do you think you are?
I don't know.
I am not broken. I don't need to be fixed, okay? I'm just tired and fucking angry and anxious because everything that is mine has been taken away from me. Because there is no way that's safe and nothing that's sacred and no one that you can trust but yourself. And I don't want to be the girl that's staring down the line of the firing squad asking for forgiveness when I have done nothing wrong, okay? But I have been wronged and hung up to dry. And I am fucking angry, Evan. I'm fucking angry.
You're under the doctor's orders.
I turned to be a rebel.
What do you want from me?
I don't know. I thought I knew myself. I'd become comfortable with who I was. It wasn't perfect, but at least I knew. And then you turn up and you start unpicking it all, and now I feel naked. Maybe I need help, but how can that be from you when you were there when he was killed?
No, I think I'm looking for when I take these pictures. A way out. Maybe we're both prisoners.
Stef, you're so nosy, I can't believe it's taken you so long to read this letter. What were you doing? Probably had your nose in a book and your mind on a faraway problem. That's where I am. Far away. So far away that I no longer know exactly where I am. Apart from the fact that I'm in trouble. I doubt you're surprised. The boy Evan has done a decent job of distracting me so that I don't let my dark side take over. But you know more than anyone that it was never easy. The truth is, it's always been us. You and I, me and you, and even when we hated one another, we were never far apart, until now. And for that, I'm sorry. I told Evan the other day that you're the best person that I know. Which he seemed to take offence to because, let's be honest, he can be a bit of a big-headed bastard. I mean it. The bit about you being a good person. Don't forget it. And keep your chin up, Twinkle Toes. Your big brother, Liam.
Almost there. And okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shemai.
Oh, helo, hi.
Stef neu Stephanie.
Stephanie iawn.
Diolch i chi am ddod i mewn i siarad â ni, Stef. Jess ei fenw i, fi yw'r prif geiriadur yn yr amgueddfa. Mae'n rhaid i mi ddweud bod eich cais yn un o'r rhai mwyaf greiddiol i mi ddarllen. Mae hynny'n beth da.
Oce.
Allech chi ddechrau trwy ddweud wrthyf pam gwneithio'ch gais am swydd archifyd?
Wel, maen nhw'n dweud bod y rai sy'n methu o dysgu hanes yn tynghedu i'w ailadrodd. Rwy'n credu, wrth edrych yn ôl, rydyn ni'n dysgu pwy oedden ni, pwy ydyn ni, ac efallai pwy fyddwn ni'n datblygu i fod. Mae creu cartref, y gyfan, y wybodaeth honno am y mewnwelediad hwnnw wedi I ennill yn galed ac weithiau yn cael ei dalu a gwaed yn fy llenwi o gobaith.
Diolch, Stef.
At some point, my mind left my body, and it was as if the walls of the cave had disappeared into a shimmering blanket of stars. I remember looking down on my body and seeing this fragile thing, My father's shallow shoulders and my ma's long neck. Resting against the granite, the slow drip of water threatening to calcify my body into a living relic. It was then that I saw someone climb into the cave. A woman. She turned my body over and checked my pulse. A faint throbbing star formed in the distance. I felt my mind being pulled back into my body. After that moment, life became unexpected.
So, ni gyd yn eistedd o gwmpas, reit? Wyt ti really, really nice. Pawb mor posh, ti'n modd. Nice waiters a pob peth. A wedyn, yn sydyn reit, mae'n mynd, I am the Dragon Slayer! A nad pawb stopio beth o'n nhw'n neud, oedd e mor lletmyn. Oh gosh, o'n i'n teimlo fel na ddwedodd neb unrhyw beth am tua munud neu hyd yn oed awr. A, mae'r cynwysyddion yma.
Rwy ti'n dod o'r ddydd Sadwrn.
O'n nhw'n neud. Dwi'n gwneud rhywfaint o waith gwynio.
O, ddaniol iawn.
Mae o dy wyneb.
Hi. Come on in. Everyone's already inside. Sorry. Hi.
Stef?
Hi. What are you doing here?
They asked me to exhibit some of my work. It's called Nomad's Land.
Sounds appropriate.
Had a feeling I'd bump into you.
Really?
It's nice seeing you here.
I'd better go in.
Should we get a coffee?
No. Sorry, I've got to go to work.
Where'd you work?
2 floors down. I'm an archivist on the Living History exhibition. If I've got time in my lunch break, I'll come and check on you.
Here all day, I think. It's this remote little cottage on the side of a mountain. Olive trees, spring water, little village nearby. After I came to see you, I was a bit of a loss. Decided I need to go and find Liam's girl. Tracked her down to this island where she was working for a company running fishing trips for tourists.
And you found her?
Oh, I found her. She didn't say much other than the fact that she was planning on becoming a nun and moving to a monastery in the hills, but I found her. So I was at a bit of a loss. Decided to go up to the hills myself. Found this little remote cottage. It was strange. Walking through the trees, the wind died down and it was silent. Total absence. So I took photos, as I do. When I was looking back through them, I realized this was the place I'd been looking for.
I'm pleased for you.
Been renovating it for the past 6 months between jobs. So the call to come back here came from out of the blue. What about you? What have you been up to?
Not sure. I mean, I'm better than I was. I take medication and I'm seeing someone who they've helped. I've got a job and I've got some new friends who like my uncomplicated nature. Complete rewrite, you could say.
What can be won from dredging up the past?
Indeed. Why did you leave?
Why did I leave? Wasn't that obvious?
I was just angry and hurting.
And right. I was part of the problem. And let's be honest, you're doing all right by yourself.
Yeah, on paper.
It's shared trauma is not compatibility.
I'm over it.
Whenever you look at me, you'll just see something difficult. So whatever we could have built would come from that.
No, I'm in the open. Okay, I'm in the stillness and I'm not running. Let the hands grab hold of me.
I shouldn't be here.
No, wait. Evan, listen, I've had a lot of time to think about this and I'm sorry, but with me it's received, but with you it's in your blood and you'll carry it wherever you go, however far you'll go, and that's okay. Okay? I'll take you as you are.
I can't do this.
Why not? You came back, didn't you? I mean, you didn't have...
I'm married.
Really?
I have a son.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
I should go. I've got work that I'm...
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Just plant something new, Stef.
Wilhelm, I know you can't read this letter, but somehow I think you hear it. In the same frustrating way that you've always been able to read me. I have to admit that I've struggled to write this because I've been angry at you for leaving the way you did, to pursue your life without caring about what or who you'd leave behind. But now some years have passed, this anger has become an unwelcome guest. So I've decided to kick it out and welcome something else in. Something new. Lighter. A path that's unknown.
Hi. Stef.
Hi.
John. From the party.
Great party.
Yeah. Look, the car's still for sale. Just a bit of an awkward time at the moment. Doing a family quiz on video call, and my Uncle Roger's getting away with murder.
It's okay. I can come back at a different time.
That is, unless you're good with history.
Well, I mean, I'm quite good.
That sounds considerably better than me.
I don't know. It's.
I've got coffee. I promise they're not too awful.
All right.
All right?
All right.
Great. Come in.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming. My name is Stefania Owens and today I will be reading for you my poem, Line in the Sand. We were young, weren't we, once? Before we were mouths, weren't we thoughts? Before we were hopes, weren't we fears? Before we were us, weren't there years? Before the ink was dry, didn't we forget how to be all and none and yet? Weren't we young once? Weren't we young? Weren't we all that we could become? Didn't you ask me once for my thoughts? Didn't you say once that I ought to know for better or worse? That I should know now that memory is a curse? We were old, weren't we once? Before we were raw, weren't we done? Before we were in union, weren't we alone? Before the sky froze over, weren't we in the sun? Before the sun set, didn't we forget how to be all and none and yet? Weren't we old once? Weren't we old? Weren't we sure? Weren't we sure that we were done? Didn't you ask me once how I felt? Didn't you say once that I could forget? We were one, weren't we once? Before we were a voice, weren't we two lungs? Before we were whole, weren't we frayed? Before we, weren't we they? Before the mortar set, didn't we forget how to be all and none, and yet, weren't we one once? Weren't we one? Were we all that we could become? Didn't you ask me once? Didn't you ask me once for my hand? Didn't you say once, there's a line in the sand?